Thanks, Randy. I'm joined now by James Smitty Smith, host of In This Corner TV, the only national syndicated boxing show. But besides simply interviewing fighters, why are you unique?
When we started the show 11 years ago, we wanted to do something kind of different. And so I decided that since I boxed professionally for a while, I would get inside the squared circle with the fighters and show their tremendous skills that have made many of them champions and some of them immortal. We talk about their life, we talk about their career, but then we show what they do, how they do it, and why they do it, and it's been a real hit.
And you've been in the ring with both of these guys, Manny and Floyd. Before I get your take on how this fight is all going to play out, I want you to listen to Bob Arum of Top Rank, Manny's promoter. Then you've got Leonard Ellerbe, CEO of Mayweather Promotions. And finally, Roger Mayweather, the trainer of Floyd and his uncle. Take a listen.
Manny is very, very quick, and he throws a lot of punches and from different angles. But the greatest thing he has going for him is he's a southpaw. And Mayweather's great defensive style is geared to fight a right-handed fighter. And you can see by the way he rolls and so forth. So a lefty will give him problems. Manny will win either by a knockout or a decision.
Floyd is 47-0, so he hadn't had any problems with anybody. And at the end of the day, it's about winning. And you know, Manny presents a interesting style by him being a southpaw. He's very fast, and he's very good. But Floyd will go in there and he'll be able to dictate what he's been able to do and come out victorious on May the 2nd.
Pacquiao already got by my kids. He gonna get whooping again.
Okay, how do you respond to all those?
Well, first off, Bob Arum, what's he going to say? He's the promoter. And he's right about one thing. You know, Manny's a difficult guy to fight. He's a southpaw. But Floyd's faced about 8 or 9 southpaw, and he's unbeaten. So I don't think that'll be as much of a problem. He makes adjustments inside the squared circle better than any fighter I've seen. As for Leonard Ellerbe, well, he's just reminding us that Floyd's unblemished, and that's his fighter. And then Roger, what can I respond? What do I have to say to that? That's Roger being Roger.
How do you see this playing out?
I've always picked Floyd to win the fight, but I think what's happened recently with both fighters, I think actually it's a closer fight now than it would have been years ago when we all were calling for it because of where they're both at this point in their careers. Floyd's as good as he's ever going to be, and Manny's probably a little past his prime, but because of the knockout loss to Marquez, I think it's made Manny a more cerebral fighter. He's not going to take those chances that would open up, you know, Floyd to do something and perhaps get him out of there. As for Floyd, he slowed down a little bit. He's a more stationary target. So I think it's a more competitive fight now than it would have been 5 or 6 years ago.
You think Floyd's going to win? How is he going to win?
I think Floyd will do what he does. He'll make the adjustments early in the fight. He has to avoid Manny's right hook, and that's the part that he's vulnerable for because Floyd carries that left hand down. He's open right here for the right hook, which is one of the implementations that Freddie Roach has done, which has made Manny such an improved fighter than when he started, you know. But at the end of the day, Manny gets off early. Floyd takes over the fight and wins the fight, I think, by a unanimous decision.
Finally, people are asking, is this the greatest fight of all time? In your opinion, you would say no, because one, you grew up with Ali. Also, you've interviewed Joe Frazier several times, and that brings us back to Ali Frazier 1. Why is that fight more significant than this one?
Ali Frazier won March 8, 1971. I was lucky enough, blessed enough to be around Ali leading up to that fight at the famed 5th Street Gym in Miami, where I would later train. That fight changed the world in many ways. I mean, Amber, the IRA in Belfast, they stopped the war to watch that fight. So the implications, again, both politically and socially, that fight was a game changer. Ali Frazier won. So this is a great event, and I hope it's a great fight, but it pales in comparison. It doesn't compare to that.
Smitty, thank you so much for coming in. Tell viewers where they can see your show In This Corner.
Well, we're on sports regional networks, Direct, Dish, Comcast. Just type in This Corner, and you'll find us.
All right, thank you so much.